Prepare yourself for an immersive exploration into the life and times of Abraham Lincoln, widely acknowledged as one of the most pivotal personalities in shaping American history. Set sail on a captivating journey that transcends through Lincoln's humble origins ensconced in the poverty-stricken regions of Kentucky, tracing his eventful trajectory that culminated in the highest office in the land, the Presidency. Stand beside Lincoln, the towering figure, who amidst one of the nation's most tumultuous times, cemented his legacy with profound oratory prowess exhibited in his iconic speeches, namely the Gettysburg Address and his second inaugural address. These landmark addresses, punctuating his firm belief in democracy and equality, continue to resonate with the echoes of liberty. Within a concise span of 15 minutes, we'll unravel the intriguing narrative enveloping this charismatic leader, meticulously detailing his substantial contribution to the preservation of the Union and the abolition of slavery, which were instrumental in giving a new meaning to freedom in America. This remarkable sojourn is sure to illuminate your understanding of Lincoln's indelible impact on a divided nation striving for unity and peace. Delve deeper into the experiences that shaped the man, from his relationships with mentors such as Henry Clay, who inspired the young Whig to instill the importance of a strong central government and protective tariffs, to his devoted marriage with Mary Todd, whose unwavering support carried Lincoln through personal and political struggles. Explore controversies that surrounded him during his tenure as president. Concurrently, admire how he gracefully countered opposition with intelligence and integrity. Discover the human side of this great leader, who endured the tragic loss of 2 children, only to draw strength and resolve from his own pain. With each step of this enthralling journey, you will unravel layers of complexity that constitute the Lincoln saga, leaving you with an enriched comprehension of the values that guided a nation towards healing and progress. As we explore the records of the 19th century, we come across the dramatic events that laid the foundation for Lincoln's rise to the presidency during a particularly tumultuous time in the nation's history. Starting from the grief-stricken cabins of Kentucky to the revered chambers of the White House, we follow his journey through the immense obstacles he encountered: a split nation, the ethical dilemma of slavery, and a civil war that jeopardized the very essence of the Union. At every point in our exploration, we uncover lesser-known aspects of his life: his initial career hardships, his unparalleled talent for public speaking, and his astute political moves, in order to provide a more detailed picture of a man whose legacy is often veiled in legend. Additionally, we analyze his momentous choices, such as issuing the Emancipation Proclamation and delivering the Gettysburg Address, looking into how his foresight and determination forever changed the path of American lives. Embark on this enlightening journey with us as we delve deep into the monumental events and intimate accounts that shaped the magnificent narrative of Abraham Lincoln, a man whose legacy continues to stir the soul of our nation and captivate the respect and wonder of the global community. From his humble beginnings in a log cabin in Kentucky, through the trials and tribulations that marked his path to the presidency, to the societal upheaval and moral stand that defined his tenure, each footstep that Lincoln took carved a marking in the annals of history. His personal story, marked by hardship, resilience, integrity, and a relentless pursuit of equality, intertwines with the broader American story in a manner that is both inspiring and heartrending. Lincoln's life and leadership signify not only an era of profound transformation in America, but also illustrate an enduring universal message of hope, courage, and justice. Join us as we explore how this story, more than a century and a half later, still resonates powerfully and rekindles the spark of admiration within us and around the world. Humble beginnings. Contained within this hallowed environment of intellectual enterprise, the lifeblood of the room appeared to pulsate rhythmically with the rustle of paper. Swirls of sound ebbed and flowed to form an orchestra of whispers, the collective echoes of written words murmuring a unique, timeless symphony. It was a melody steeped in undiluted layers of yesterday, bridging epochs, binding past to present, saturating the air with the fragrant remnants of old ink, and emitting an intoxicating silence steeped in the absorption of knowledge. Not a single stone stood unexplored or book untouched. Every hidden corner was evidence of Abe's unceasing literary journey and his relentless pursuit of enlightenment. Each thrown map or well-worn notebook, their surfaces furrowed with wrinkles and guilty scribbles, held a fragment of the meanderings of his mind. These tactile records stood as irrefutable testimonies to the countless moons he spent awake, soaking in the soft lunar glow. With the onset of evening, light stretched its long, skeletal fingers, casting specter-like shadows throughout the library, turning the embossed pages of aged wisdom into gleaming pools of silvery illumination. This dim light shone a spotlight on the scattered sketches of conjectures and half-baked notes. Even the barren walls, stripped down to their essential nature, transformed into expansive canvases for his train of thought. His enthusiastic comments, inscribed on the shadowy margins of the text, played out a wild dance of feverish intensity, giving birth to potent thoughts, stars in their embryonic state, biding their time to burst forth and radiate throughout the interstellar expanse of thought and rational discourse. Despite his heart being ensnared by poverty, Abe discovered a clandestine form of alchemy, capable of transmuting intellectual lead into the finest form of gold. His life stood as a testament that the plainest of beginnings could serve as a fertile breeding ground for a remarkable metamorphosis into a beacon of intellect and illumination. His ascent to presidency. Indeed, Lincoln's legacy teaches us that greatness often arises from humble beginnings. His commitment to self-improvement through education and relentless pursuit of truth and justice remain inspirational, reminding us of the power of determination and steadfast resolve in effecting societal change. Countless stories of his courage and integrity serve as examples of the profound impact one individual can have on the lives of many. Through trial and tribulation, Lincoln exhibited the qualities of true leadership, honesty, empathy, and the ability to rise above the tumult to see the greater good. His impact extends far beyond his presidency, which bore witness to the dissolution and reunification of a once fragmented country. The fruits of his labor live on in the continuing efforts to combat prejudice and discrimination that seek to undermine the values so expertly articulated by this remarkable leader. Lincoln's story continues to inspire generations of activists, politicians, and leaders to strive for a more just and equitable society, recognizing that true progress can often be achieved by virtue of an open mind and a steadfast moral compass. As we continue to face social, political, and even existential challenges, we can turn to the example of Abraham Lincoln, a man who rose from humble beginnings to forever change the trajectory of a nation, powered by an unyielding belief in the principles he held dear. The Civil War era. Lincoln's speeches, a beacon in the storm of the Civil War, served not only as an emotional salve, but also as a powerful tool that shaped public perception and understanding of the wartime events. These addresses, specifically, the Gettysburg Address and the Second Inaugural Address, redefined the purpose and significance of the Civil War from a brutal conflict to maintain the Union to a righteous quest for constructing a nation founded on the principles of freedom and equality. The Second Inaugural Address, delivered as the war neared its end, stirred souls with its absence of boastful victor's rhetoric. Lincoln, the empathetic leader, selected humility over self-glory, embedding his address with a spirit of compassion and absolution, most memorably embodied in the phrase, "with malice toward none, with charity for all." These poignant words were not intended as a mere temporary salve for the war's immediate termination, but as an enduring guide for following generations, a call for upholding harmony and unity as timeless values. Lincoln's vision transcended the immediate cessation of hostilities, for he left a legacy that aimed to address the root factors of strife and promote the advancement of a society where equality reigned supreme. In essence, his inspiring leadership offered reassurance to a fragmented nation, communicating the compelling message that even if their union appeared shattering beyond repair, they possessed the collective strength to heal and fortify their bonds, enduringly fortified by the ordeals they had weathered together. The personal life of Lincoln. With deep-seated roots in compassion and understanding, Lincoln's relationships mirrored his political pursuits, imbued with similar levels of commitment, intensity, and sincerity. The warmth of his familial relations and his passionate resolve in the face of national crises were reflections of the same spirit, indomitable, considerate, and fervently dedicated. His narrative, in this respect, is akin to a fine tapestry. Each nuanced role he played, a loving husband and father juxtaposed with the tenacious political visionary, was like individual threads, which when woven together formed a resplendent portrait of his multifaceted persona. The unraveling of such a persona through analytic lenses inspired endless discourses, further emphasizing the complexity and depth of his character. The unyielding tenderness at his core was undoubtedly a significant driving force behind his political acumen, reinforcing the indissoluble bond between the personal and political in Lincoln's life. Lincoln, thus, transcended beyond the limitations of being a mere political figure, crafted a distinct space within the pages of history, marked by an interfusion of intense emotions and unwavering determination. His character, still open to interpretation and exploration, invites numerous historians and scholars into its labyrinthine depths. Through delving deeper into Lincoln's psyche, they uncover hitherto unfathomable aspects of his personality, bringing us closer to understanding the man behind the politician. His legacy, his unspoken words and hidden facets are constantly sought after like hidden treasures, enriching the narrative of his existence. The struggle to decipher Lincoln's character reflects the inherent complexity of humanity itself, a mosaic of layers and shades exciting adventure that never ceases to draw us in with its enchanting and explore mystery. The wonders that await. Discover the hidden gems and join us on this incredible voyage. Don't forget to like, share, and undoubtedly subscribe. We appreciate you tuning in, and let's journey through this historical wave side by side.